Week 5 in the books. And it's a neck-and-neck race between Aaron and Mike. Not really. Mike's still ahead by 3, but I wanted to say that, give myself a little credit.
I was like, is it really?
But I did gain a game on you.
Yeah.
Just read out the scores there for me.
We got Brandon coming in 3rd place. I don't have AI's score here. I think he's still 15 and 15.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have anyone last week.
Yeah, so AI's still 15 and 15. Brandon is 22 and 28.
Pretty bad.
I'm 24, 25 and 1. Mike is 28, 21 and 1. So I'm 4 games back of Mike. I had the chance to really close the gap if that fucking field goal went through for Badgley.
The money Badgley.
There's a reason his name isn't Goodley,
Bachelor.
right?
Yeah.
He's fucking bad.
He's-
Bad joke. But yeah, so somehow I just can't get out of this funk of going 5 and 5. I was 5, 4 and 1. So like that's like I got out of the funk a little bit, but it's still it tastes like
It's
shit.
hard, man.
It tastes like shit in my mouth.
Well, you had like 3 hedges last week too, didn't you?
I had no hedges
Oh, did
last
you not?
week. None. I had the 49ers go in the 2nd round, which was like a big loss.
Yeah, that
but
one
then
stings.
But then I had the Raiders beat the Chiefs, and then I was coming into the weekend at I was 5, 2 and 1 coming out of Sunday.
yeah,
And I needed the Chargers and the Bills.
I was
and
2,
Mike just
5
came.
and 1.
Mike just came back because I don't know. I think he's got voodoo dolls going in his room. He's got some kind of mystic on his
Look,
side.
if we've learned anything from if you look at what happened in the MLB, if a team has a COVID outbreak,
They're
they
winning.
go on a run.
Yeah.
It's just
What
that's
did
the way
you
it
Maybe
works.
it's like what Trump
What did
said.
you
It makes
expect
you
me to pick
more
against my
powerful.
Bills?
No,
You
but
get you get COVID, it makes you more powerful. It's like
Yeah.
Tommy John. You
Yeah.
come back throwing harder.
And they get the broadcast team just sucking your dick all night, pretty much. Look at this resilience by the Tennessee Titans. They didn't practice once all week. I swear I heard that 10 times in the broadcast. And the entire problem was that they did practice all week and they infected each other because they went to a local high school and decided to have a powwow.
yeah.
Anyways.
but it worked out because they won handily.
They definitely won.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm embarrassed by that game. We beat ourselves. We had so many fucking penalties. That stupid pick by Josh Allen. The first pick,
That's not his fault.
I'm not going to blame him at all. That second pick definitely
Not
was.
good.
Definitely
Yeah,
was.
that
But
one
I
was
mean,
not
that's
good.
his first really bad pick of the year. And if you told me that last year, that going into week 6, he would have one bad pick, I would take that 10 times out of 10.
All right.
So let's get into the picks.
Speaking of-
enough
nice.
of my rambling. Yeah, thanks, right? Speaking of the picks, let's get into the picks.
I'm gonna take.
Brandon's going first, going into week 6, and he needs help.
I'm gonna take the Baltimore Ravens with my first overall pick. They're number 1 in the athletic power rankings. That's where I base all my knowledge off of. So I'm gonna go with the Baltimore Ravens. They're taking on the Eagles.
The two birds.
Go Ravens.
You love the birds.
Oh, yeah.
This
Team
guy's
Bird.
A big bird. guy.
Team Bird.
Yeah, I heard you're a bird watcher.
Larry
too,
Bird.
in the shower
Big fan of Larry Bird.
at the gym shower. Okay.
All right.
No reaction. Why do I get stonewalled?
Gyms are closed, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
They're
Yeah,
not.
but they
I
weren't.
guess
They
you're
weren't
there.
for a
Yeah.
bit.
They are here, aren't they?
Yeah.
So my pick, I will be going with maybe a little bit of a risque pick, but I'm going to go with Mike's Green Bay Packers
Oh,
Wow.
over Tom Brady. I don't believe in Tom Brady. He just lost to the Bears.
Yeah.
And I think the Packers are much better than the Bears, and Tom can barely tell what down it is these days.
Yeah.
So, I just don't think he can keep up with the mental acumen of Aaron Rodgers, and I think that's a Green Bay win.
that picture that Chase Claypool put out was so funny of his
Hilarious.
face just
Yeah.
photoshopped on Tom
I
Brady holding up
I
the
also
floor.
saw a tweet where somebody was just like, the worst thing about this Tom Brady meme is Tom's gonna use it perfectly later on in the week, and
And he
it's gonna
did.
be hilarious.
He's gonna throw like 4 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
or
He's
something
gonna
like-
use the meme to make fun of himself.
Oh yeah, yeah.
He
yeah.
used
And it's
it,
just like
didn't he?
he did. He used
Yeah.
it on LeBron's
That's what it
four
was.
titles.
Yeah, but he's also
Yeah.
gonna use it like late. Like they're gonna something's gonna happen like that. He's
Yeah.
gonna
Yeah.
win like
They're going to throw 4
something-
TDs or something. Yeah.
Something 4 is gonna happen, and he's gonna do it again.
Yeah,
Like,
for sure.
yeah.
For sure. That asshole. He can never let us have anything.
I think
over him.
I think you went off the board a bit there.
I did, but like I
On my
said-
board, at
But I
least.
prefaced that.
Yeah.
I prefaced it with saying that, and we had an argument before we went on here about the Green Bay Packers, and I think they should be the number 1 on everyone's power rankings. But because you don't believe in your own team, you argued with me. So I thought, let's double down and
I
let's
just don't know-
really rub it in
If
Mike's
you
face.
didn't play, it's hard to put you on number 1.
Yeah, but if you gain Devontae Adams, I think that's a good week.
Yeah. I'm gonna take. We were talking about this right before too. I'm
I
taking.
think you psyched me out here.
I'm taking the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
Yes.
The Jets are
Okay.
they are not winning a game this year,
Yeah, 0-16.
and the Dolphins. I don't think they're as good as they looked last week, but they're beating the New York Jets because everyone beats the New York Jets.
is Darnold back? Do we know? I don't know if it,
was a
matters really,
one-week injury.
but was it?
That's what it said on my fantasy app. But I mean, who knows? If I was Darnold, I'd just want to sit out.
Like this is probably, like you look at their schedule. This might be their only shot. The 2 games against the Dolphins.
They don't have a shot.
Dude, the Dolphins are so much better than I've been saying I've been saying
I
it
think
every
they're
week.
they're definitely.
Every
I don't think they're as good as like
They're
they
so-
looked last
They're
week.
so well coached.
But
Yeah.
Like they're just so
they're-
well coached. Brian Flores just gets the best out of his players every week.
I feel like going into the season, the narrative was like the Dolphins and the Jets are
Yeah.
equal. Like the Dolphins are levels above the New York.
Because you look at
Jets.
the
Like,
Jets. This is the Jets
like
remaining
the
games.
Giants are way worse than the fucking Dolphins.
Yeah, I have a
Way
bit of a
worse.
take on that too.
This is what the Jets
later,
have the rest of the season. They have the Dolphins twice, the Bills, the Chiefs, the Patriots twice, the Rams, Raiders, Seahawks. They have the Rams. One of those has got to be
Like,
the Chargers. Rams, Chargers,
40
Browns. Like they're not winning any of those games.
Would you take the Dolphins or the football team?
You know,
the
just
Dolphins?
A game.
The Dolphins.
A game.
There's another one.
Yeah.
As I'm saying, they're not a bottom 2 team by any means. I actually think they're a top 22 team.
Whoa.
I think there's probably 10 teams that they could beat.
I'm gonna take with my next
The
pick
Dolphins,
here.
I would take over the Bengals too.
We were
Me as well,
talking.
me as well.
We were talking about
Well,
this.
better coached.
We were talking about this again just before the podcast. I'm gonna take the New England Patriots with my second pick. I kind of thought that's where you were gonna go there.
Oh, you thought
I thought you were like
I thought I was
just
playing chicken.
yeah. I thought you were psyching me out with saying Newton's not gonna play, but I think Cam is gonna play this week.
It's
He's off the
not
list.
confirmed.
It isn't, but he's practicing.
Okay.
So to me, that means he's playing. They're not
Is
gonna
Gilmore
go.
playing too?
I don't know. Gilmore, I don't know.
It's not as
But
important.
the Broncos are also getting Drew Lock back, so I don't know. I mean, does it really make a difference who's playing quarterback for them when you're going up against Bill Belichick and that defense?
He'll take away your top target. So Noah Fant, if you haven't been,
He's not even going to play.
He's
I don't
not. He's
think.
injured.
He's hurt. Yeah, he didn't play. Well, he wasn't going to play last week. He might play this week, but he was like limited in practice.
I love Noah Fant.
Yeah, I
I'm a
have
big
him.
Noah Fant
I have him in
fan.
fantasy.
Yeah. Okay,
but-
that's why you know. I was like, why do you just know that off the top of your head? Like, I always keep track of the Broncos injury reports. So with my second pick, I'm flying by the seat of my pants this week. Let's go with another risky pick because I don't see any obvious picks. I'm going to go with the LA Rams over the 49ers.
Wow.
I got to try something different. I got to break out of this 5-5 safety blanket
The
that's just been hugging me every
Don't
week.
have a quarterback.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for helping me out because I was trying to make it make sense, and it makes sense.
They don't know who their quarterback is, I guess I should say. They have a
Dude,
few.
don't count out C.J. Beathard.
Yeah.
Never count out C.J. Beathard. That's what they've always said about him.
I'm going to ride the Miami Marlins story
Oh,
You're going Falcons.
and take the Tennessee Titans
Oh, okay.
over the Houston Texans. Yeah, they got a win with their new head coach, but the Titans looked pretty good, and they got the COVID. They got the COVID on their side.
the COVID bump.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with a team. This game was supposed to be tonight. It's not tonight.
No game tonight now, right?
No, there's no game tonight. This game got moved to Monday night. I'm gonna take the Kansas City Chiefs over the Buffalo Bills. The Bills defense is banged up.
I was staying away from that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I know what you mean. The Bills defense is banged up. The Chiefs didn't look good last week, but I still.
Trey White and John Brown should be back.
Yeah.
Milano, we're not sure about yet. Just a just to warn you.
Yeah, I think that defense is going to struggle with this offense. Defense is
Dude, Trey White, not having him,
Yeah.
I said it at the beginning of the night. I was like, A.J. Brown is going to be open all night.
Yeah.
And he was. And it was just so fucking stupid.
defenses in general too have just struggled this year.
Yeah, but the Bills in particular, like we have no pass rush.
I
nothing.
also don't think the Chiefs are losing 2 games in a row.
And if you watch the Chiefs-Raiders game,
That's good.
how do you beat Mahomes is you fucking pressure him.
You even said that you're like the thing about the Chiefs losing that
They're
makes you
just
worried is they're going to be
revenge
angry.
game.
yeah.
But maybe, who knows? This is a new Josh Allen. Maybe he's got a revenge game in him.
The Chiefs
Who
kind
knows?
of are looking like a team that's like maybe not as
As good.
interested
Yeah.
as interested as they should be, but then like when they turn it on, like we saw when they played the Ravens, it's like okay, we're not fucking around
Yeah.
anymore.
So yeah, I'm gonna go. So I got the Ravens, Patriots, and Chiefs in my first 3 picks. I'm pretty happy about that.
Not bad. This is a tough game that I'm looking at right now. That I want to take one of these 2 teams, but I don't know who's gonna win it.
That is the game.
No, you know what I mean though. Like they both look good on my top 10 on my 10 picks. So maybe I hedge my bets later. But I'm gonna avoid that, and I'm gonna go with the. I hate doing this. I'm gonna go with the Chicago. No.
Whoa.
Stay back. I'm gonna go with the. Man, these are tough this week. I'm gonna go with the Dallas Cowboys over the
Oh,
Cardinals.
Andy Dalton.
Yeah.
What? That's a crazy pick.
That is a pretty wild. That's the first underdog pick.
I
on
gotta
the
take. I
spreads.
gotta take chances.
you're going wild.
Gotta take some shots. Who cares?
That's crazy.
Mhm.
All right, it's me.
Yeah,
You never get.
I'm gonna take the Colts.
That was
over the Bengals.
that's the obvious pick.
I was gonna do that, but I don't like picking against Joe.
Well, Joe. It's not Joe. It's
He's
the
getting
rest
killed.
It's
of
the
the team.
offensive line. Is
Yeah,
a
he's
joke.
getting killed.
And the Colts are. I think they're the #1 ranked defense in the league right now.
Mhm.
So it's
That
gonna
sounds
be
like
tough.
a good mix. Xavier Rhodes has turned back into somebody who can actually play defense, which is a little bit scary.
Mhm.
They got him for free.
I don't really trust Phillip Rivers to win games.
P.
but-
Rivs.
But they're deep. Yeah, the rest of their team is really good.
I trust him to beat that defense.
Yeah.
So you took the Colts. I'm gonna go and take the Pittsburgh Steelers now with my next pick. They're taking on the Cleveland Browns. The
That's
Steelers.
the one I was deciding.
The Steelers always smoke the Browns. Maybe the Browns are better this year than we thought they were, but I'm still gonna bank on them on the Browns being the Browns.
I think they are better.
They
you
are
thought
better.
they were, but I think they will probably lose to the
Because
Steelers.
to me, it seems like I've watched a decent amount of Browns games. I think it almost seems like they're winning in spite of Baker. Like they're like not that Baker's been bad, but
He
they've
had
had
to
they've had to like cater the way they do things around him.
this last week. I thought he was good.
Yeah, but they can't. It's almost like they're like limited in what they can do because of Baker.
Okay, so good pick.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna take the Cleveland Browns.
Wow.
Because Miles Sanders ran all over them last week, the Steelers.
Yeah.
So I think that Kareem Hunt can do the same this week, and I think if you can just get something out of Odell to stretch the field a little bit, I think Kareem Hunt can dominate, and I think it could be a similar type score to what happened in the Eagles-Steelers game last week, a bit of a shootout. But I think I trust the Browns to close out a game this year more than I do the Eagles, so I'm going to go with the Cleveland Browns. There's my mental gymnastics for why it makes
I think your week could go one of 2 ways.
Oh,
He might go
Yeah.
10-0 or 0-10.
Yeah.
that's what I'm going for, man. I'll go for broke, man.
You could be in some serious trouble, or
Who
you could
cares?
just smoke us.
It's just a game. Who cares? Some stud.
But I'm up.
Yep.
I probably would take normal circumstances. I'd probably take the Vikings right now,
But
but
that game doesn't look like it's going to
I'm
happen.
gonna wait
or
on that a little bit.
We don't know if it's going to happen.
Yes, people are saying it's happening. I
Yeah,
mean, how
it's just unsure.
How do you make something happen like this
Well,
when the test got it was today?
But
Thursday.
if you
That's
but if
3
those
days.
guys you get them away from the team, and then you test
It's
everyone
still-
else.
It's still
Yeah.
3 days.
They're,
it's tough.
I don't
I'm
think
not
it was
saying it's
possible.
impossible.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's impossible.
The rest of the team has to test
It's-
negative.
it's tough.
That's what has to
That's
The
happen.
a
NF
tough look.
The NFL has just shown that they don't care about that, right? Like they don't care about the
As long
incubation
as-
I know,
period
but
as long
neither
as
of
they
these
don't have
teams
any.
have had their bye weeks yet. So like they've also
They have the flexibility.
they've also been like, okay, like if we can, we'll just give them a bye week.
But I think they've realized now that
They're
can't.
running out of
Yeah.
that though.
100%. But
I think that's kind of a mistake they made. They should have had everybody's buys later in the season.
no, they should have just.
They should have had a
extended
lot of things.
Or
planned
everybody-
out.
yeah, well, yeah.
Like,
What they
they
should've-
should have extended the season.
I saw a tweet. I forget who it was. I hate doing this, but every 4 weeks they should have just had a blank slate.
Yeah.
That's where games go.
Yeah.
That would be the smartest play.
Yeah.
It's like every 4 weeks, it's like, oh, did we have to cancel a game? That game is now that week.
Yeah. They should have done that.
Apparently, they only had one positive test today. I think originally it came out it was
I heard it was
multiple.
4.
Yeah.
One, that makes me feel better about
Man,
Todd Gurley.
I would love
Yeah,
to
the
like.
Falcons, their press release
They had
said
one, and it was Todd Gurley.
one new positive test.
Okay.
So I don't know what they had
Maybe
before
it's
that, but
maybe it's new like this afternoon.
maybe I don't know.
I don't know, but anyways.
yeah, I
so
don't
I'm
know.
not taking that. I'm staying away from that game at least for now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the. I'm gonna come back at Aaron here. I'm gonna take the Cardinals over Andy Dalton.
I
and
wanted
the,
to try-
Dallas
I wanted to
Cowboys.
try
The
to-
red rifle.
Yeah, I really wanted to try to hedge my bets later on that one. Yikes. Oh well. Nothing I can do about it now.
Well, you're on Dalton's team.
All
Just
right,
root for
I
Andy.
Let's go, Andy. Come on, Brandon.
am going to take the Chicago Bears
Nuts on the table.
over the Carolina Panthers. I got to keep the Bears away from Mike because whenever he takes them, they win.
True. So you want to make sure they
I was
lose.
saying they're on your team. Yeah.
There's just not much else to choose from. I think everything else is basically a coin flip. So
Okay. What do I want to do?
Is it time for the pick that he knows he wants to make?
Did we get Le'Veon?
Is it time yet?
what if they get Le'Veon though?
Regardless, though, this week he's not playing.
I just read a thing that like the Chiefs. It's like the Chiefs apparently are like
I told you this.
their
if you-
interest is their
Okay.
interest is like minimum. Like apparently it's like the Dolphins and the Bills going
Yeah.
hard.
And now the Patriots, as
And
he
then-
said.
yeah.
They've swooped in.
It's just the
Funniest-
AFC East.
We're gonna cover this in the podcast, but I kind of want to just bring it up because we're talking about Le'Veon. He's the ultimate petty athlete right now, like the ultimate, because the 3 teams
Yeah.
that he's saying that he wants are the next 3 games for the Jets.
I think that's a coincidence, but
Dude, that's a
because he
fucking
does have
heavy-
he has a house
She-
in Miami. He lives in Miami, so
Yeah,
that
Miami, Bills,
Yeah.
Chiefs. Those are the next 3 games for the Jets. You're telling me that's a complete that's a complete
I
coincidence.
think because just like he either wants to go in Miami where he lives or he wants to go to good teams that need running backs.
But there's no other team that needs him.
the Patriots, right? Like, does he want to go to the Bears?
Brandon.
I don't know. I think that's a coincidence. It's funny. It's definitely funny.
There's
but I
other
think-
good teams that could use a running back.
Yeah, like who?
Come on, dude. That
I don't know.
is
I
him.
think that's a complete
That's
coincidence.
Mr. Pet. That's Mr. Petty.
The
coming.
Seattle Seahawks.
Chris Carson.
He's being
He's
Tom. He's
really
Tom
good.
Petty right now. Like 100%.
I don't know. I personally believe that's a coincidence. Just when you look around the
Okay,
league and
well,
the teams that need
You're
running
pretty-
backs.
Oh man, I don't think so. The Bills don't really need a running back that badly.
Either do the Chiefs.
The Chiefs do.
Like
Like Edward, like they can't rely on him as much as they have. He's a rookie, and he hasn't been especially good. He's been fine, but
Man, I just don't think.
and they don't have
I
anyone
don't-
behind him either.
I don't think there is. Maybe it's not as like prevalent of a reason, but that is a reason. He wants to show the Jets up. He's a guy that's probably never been cut.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
Did he
could-
get cut by the Steelers, or did he just leave?
he
He is free agency,
Yeah, he
right?
was free agency.
So he's
'cause
probably
he held out. and
He's a
then-
talent that probably in his life has never been cut,
yeah.
right? So it's like he's probably takes that to heart.
Maybe
I don't know. To me,
because there are other
to
like
me-
the Jets play other teams. Like he could go to the Rams or the
but
Chargers
it's
too.
just the next 3 teams.
Yeah.
I think it's just too much of a coincidence to not have any validity in like. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna pick my next team because this video shouldn't be over half an hour. Fuck it. I'll go the Buffalo Bills. Whatever. Just have a heart pick. I'll go Bills.
all right.
Revenge game. Josh Allen revenge game.
My pick.
Yep.
Mike's turn.
I'm gonna take the Detroit Lions over the Jags. I think Matt Patricia. I think the next 2 weeks the Lions play the Jags.
He's got his job on the line.
They play 2 bad teams 2 weeks in a row.
If they lose the both,
Yeah. So this is a desperation game for Matt Patricia, friend of the podcast.
so would you say
I'm trying to think of the other game.
it seems like the Jets are sticking by Gase for the time being. Would you say that Patricia has the chance to be the next coach fired?
I think he's more likely than Gase. I
I
feel
do
like the
too.
Jets are just like fuck. Like the Jets are just gonna be like, this is a season's a tire fire. Like
I think so too.
the Lions, I think.
Well, they've
had
actually it's not even that's just
expectations.
not even like an assumption that
Yeah.
they've said that.
Yeah.
They're like we're going with
course.
Gase.
Yeah.
Like they've said it.
They've put a lot of faith in Patricia, though. It's kind of the same thing as Gase.
Oh yeah,
but
so the Lions
But
have.
Gase is also like Patricia's also like losing the locker room.
yeah, that would be a problem. Yeah, like if that happens, then you're screwed.
The
You saw
Lions
that with
have-
Bill O'Brien.
Lions have the Jags and the Falcons in the next 2 weeks. If they win both those games, they're 3-3. So the season is not a
Yeah,
a little bit salvageable.
yeah.
But if you lose them, then you're like
You're toast.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Jeez.
think
And
if
they should. The Lions are better than both those teams.
Yes.
So they should win.
I don't know if they're better than the Jags. I think they're pretty equal to the Jags.
I was heavy on Minshew mania. They've looked like shit the last few
And
weeks.
DJ Chark might not be playing too, so that's another thing. But
And
Brandon,
the Lions
you're
have
up.
had an extra week too to prepare for whatever that's worth. No, did you pick?
I
Or you
picked
took
the
the
Lions.
Lions.
Picked
Okay.
the Lions.
I'm gonna go with the New York Giants over the Washington football team.
I was thinking about that too. The Giants, like they're 0-5. If you look at the scores of their games, like they
played
played
good teams
all
too,
good
yeah.
teams, and they've all been one possession games. The 49ers they got rolled. That was the only one. Bears they lost by 4. Rams they lost by 8. Cowboys are not that good, but they lost by 3. And then what was their first game? It was another close one too.
Eagles,
Steelers.
right? Oh.
Steelers. They lost by 10, 26-16. So like they haven't been getting smoked by any of these good teams.
they're like the Leafs that the one year when we had like Komarov represent us in the All-Star game.
And you know what?
It's
If
just
they-
like we're gonna keep it. We're gonna lose, but we're gonna keep it close.
It's crazy to think if the Giants win this game, they could be within a game of the playoffs too. Because if the Giants win and the Cowboys and Eagles lose, then the Giants are a game back.
That division should just get like
I guess-
relegated.
Yeah.
They should like
Yeah.
a second tier. The NFL tier 2. It's just the NFC East.
I think for my next pick, I'm going to go with the most underrated team and a team that nobody's really talking about as being a good story. I'm going to go with the Carolina Panthers. I
That's
think
good.
that they're beating teams kind of like in the background. Like they're just winning games. Like games where like I don't think we've ever really had them as a top 5 pick ever.
I also feel like people just like when McCaffrey got hurt, everyone was just kind of like
and he might be back this week.
they just tossed them aside.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna play, but
I don't think so
he's
either.
eligible
But it
to.
might.
Yeah.
It might be. Yeah. So I'm gonna go with the Panthers. I don't mind the Panthers. I'd like to see them do well.
Do you maybe we can talk about this on the podcast too. You can, but I think you know how people always talk about the replacement level of running backs in the NFL,
Yeah.
and then Christian McCaffrey was kind of one of the guys where you're like, but he's actually
And then
important.
Mike Davis just
And it's
shows
like,
up.
but like, is this even showing you that like, is there any running backs that are that crucial to a team's success?
I think
like-
Zeke.
Yeah. Because like obviously Christian McCaffrey's not like he's really good. You want him to play, but it's not that important.
And you see that
They're
too
still
with
winning
the
games.
Vikings. Dalvin Cook goes out in that game, and Alexander Madison comes in, and he looks just as good as Dalvin Cook.
Yeah, Dalvin would not have got stuffed on that 4th.
You're
and 1.
probably right.
That's a fact. Did you see that picture where like if Madison had bounced outside, it was a touchdown?
Yeah.
He just missed the hole. So Madison, if you're watching this, you better not miss another hole. Like prom night.
My go.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pull the trigger on the Vikings.
I was gonna take them. Fuck.
I think the game will probably happen. I'm not confident, and if it does, I think the Vikings. I think like you said, the Falcons they're bad.
Yeah.
They're real bad.
All right, I'm gonna take the 49ers here. I think that's good value at this point in the draft. They looked like shit last week, but Garoppolo was coming back from his first game, back from injury. I think it was a foot injury, I think, for him, or an ankle injury, which he's not an overly mobile guy, but maybe that affected him planting when throwing, because he had like the one pick he threw was just like a atrocious pick. So Maybe he just needed the one game to get his feel back. I'm going to go with Garoppolo and the 49ers.
I'm going the Texans. Houston Texans. Fuck it. Let's do it.
Against it's a revenge pick
Yeah.
against the Titans.
Against those super spreaders.
I'm just looking at like the teams that have already been picked. Who's probably the most beatable? So I'm going to take the Washington football team against the Giants.
Okay. Brandon, we got some dead air here.
I'm going to go with
2 rounds left.
There's only 2 rounds left?
17. Yeah, 2 rounds, 7 teams. One team's going to get left for the.
Oh, we only get 9 teams?
We have 9
yeah,
teams this
because
week.
there's two teams on.
Cool.
2 games are on bye.
That might change how I draft here.
Brandon, don't reveal your secrets.
I'm going to take there's 2 teams I'm choosing between. I'm going to take the Cincinnati Bengals over the Colts.
I was going to do that next. I'm going to take the Jaguars then, I guess.
Okay. Minshew mania.
Yeah, fuck it.
It gets really tough to find reasons for your picks at this stage.
There's 2 that I'm
So
between now, and 1 I kind of called my shot on.
I'll take. This is hedging my bets in life. I'm gonna take Tom Brady
Okay.
and the
You
Bucs
made my life easier.
against the Green Bay Packers.
Okay, I'll take the Jets. There we go. Jets.
You're taking
Fireman
the
Ed.
Jets. That's the worst pick I've ever seen.
I'm going to take who's left? The Broncos and
Broncos, Falcons, Eagles. One of them gets left to AI, and AI has a good track record. 2 birds and the Broncos are left.
I'm going to go with
I think I know who AI is going to end up with here.
it's going to be the Eagles.
Maybe that's not what I was thinking. The
Deshaun Jackson
the game
might be
that
back.
I was thinking they're going to end up with a team in the game that might not happen.
That would probably be the smart thing for us to do. Limit him.
Yeah.
Limit him. I'm going to go with the Broncos.
Yeah, that's who I would have picked. I'll settle for the shitty Eagles.
The shitty Eagles.
The shit Eagles against the Ravens. The number 1 team.
All right. Well, there you go. There's our picks for the week.
Yeah, so
What am I supposed to do?
No, I'm just saying we got it in before
Oh,
the
yeah.
half
We
hour.
got
we
it in
beat
before the
an
half hour. We officially got 40 seconds to finish this off, sign off, and get you over to our regular podcast, which you got to check out because we're talking hockey, we're talking NBA title, we're talking baseball playoffs, we're talking about it all. So if you like sports, head on over there and support us.